What's up, Spruce Nation? It's your girl Shell G, and today I will be doing another LYS review. If you haven't had a chance to check out my last review, make sure that you click the link above and watch that video. In that video, I had a chance to review the Serum foundation in the shade DG3. And that shade was a beautiful shade. It did fare slightly yellow or a little bit light against my complexion. So it was recommended that I go ahead and try the next shade down, which would be DG6. And so I have both of the shades with me today. And I'm going to go ahead and review both to see which one fares best against my skin complexion. If you haven't already, make sure that you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join the Spruce It family. Here on this channel, I focus on ways to help you increase your self-love, self-care, and self-improvement, aka leveling up. And so we're all about that on this channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm going to go ahead and get my face together and we'll go ahead and hop into it. Okay ladies, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hop right into it. We're not gonna waste any time today. So I will start with my primer, and I actually ordered the LYS Grip Primer, but I haven't received it in the mail yet. So I'll be using my Tatcha primer to review the two shades. And so let me go ahead and hop right into it. I'm just gonna start with my primer. Perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab both of the Serum foundations, and I will be comparing the DG3 shade, which is the one that I already reviewed, against the DG6 shade, which is the next shade down in the golden undertones. So I will see how this one compares to the lighter DG3. I'm going to go ahead and just take these out of the package. I'll do DG3 on this side and I'll do DG6 on this side, and we'll see how the shades compare against my skin complexion. So here's my DG shade 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply 2 pumps, and this is the shade. So let me go ahead and just start with my DG3 on this side. So right offhand, you can already see how light and yellow this foundation is. Against my complexion. So just seeing the initial application. It blends down very well. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply some more here. And I'm just taking my sponge. I'm gonna just kind of... And what I notice when applying this foundation is it's not very heavy, but it's effective. It has the coverage without it feeling really heavy on the skin, which I really like. See so far? Nothing on this side. And then look at the shade DG3 on this side of the skin. So already when I look at my DG3, it's starting to look a little beige, a little yellow. But the good thing about this shade is it blends very well. So although it does look like a shade or so lighter, it does blend really nicely when you are blending the product in. while also doing a great job to cover my little blemishes. So I'm just gonna finish this side off, and then I'll go ahead and get started on this side. So I'm done blending and applying the DG3. Even though it does look a shade or too light, it still is really nice when you look from my face to my neck. It's not a bad shade. So I want to see the comparison between DG6 and see if it's extremely a dramatic difference or if it's spot on as far as matching my complexion. So here's DG6. I'm actually going to test it on this hand. Just want to see what the actual initial shade looks like on my hand. Interesting. So this is what DG6 looks like on my hand. Very nice. It's actually, it does look like it matches better just looking at the actual shade on my hand. Okay. So we're going to see, I'm going to use my other sponge to apply DG6 on this side, and we'll see how it compares. Okay. So right offhand, so when I, just based on my initial application, look at this. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Wow. Major difference in how DG3 lays down on my skin. Right off the bat, DG6 is laying flawlessly against my skin complexion. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to be that spot on, but it looks like it's, wow, it's almost invisible. It's applying almost invisible. Like, you literally can't tell the difference between my complexion. Let me go ahead and just apply a little bit more, but just based on my initial, this is just the first layer. Look at this in comparison to this side of my face. So just looking at it without blending it, this is how this initial shade looks against my complexion. So when you look at this and look down at my neck, let's see. So this is after applying a little bit more. To the skin. Okay, wow. So look at this side of my skin. Now that I've applied DG6 on this side, and compare it to this side of the skin. Right on camera, you can't really tell that much of a difference. However, when you look at this side of my skin, it looks a little ashy. It looks a little kind of like that gray look when your foundation is a little too light for your skin complexion. But when you take a look at DG6, you see how effortless from my head down to my neck, this color just settles right into my skin complexion. So it's literally no doubt who the winner is in this case. It's kind of, this is an easy call. DG6 literally melts into my skin with ease. It's not a fight, a blending war. It literally melts into my complexion very happy that I did the comparison and gave this shade a try, because it is absolutely gorgeous and it fits me like a glove. I'm loving DG6. It's beautiful. I love, again, the satin finish. You know, it just has a beautiful natural glow to this serum foundation that I'm just all the way here for. I'm going to come back so that we can complete the full face with DG6, and I will go ahead and apply all of my makeup, and I'll be back with my commentary.
Just the other day, saw you looking my way. I start to contemplate moments that.
So for concealer, I'll be using the Born This Way and the Butterscotch shade.
My life, don't need you in mine. Me feeling just fine, one of a kind. Who better than I? Oh, Shawty, don't play that game. Shawty, don't play that game. I won't keep you safe. Time that I relocate, I don't play that game. Shawty, don't play that game. I know my place. Shawty, I know my.
I'm going to take my blending brush and just go ahead and start blending the concealer.
What you expect, how I forget these thoughts of you. Don't need no reps, I'm in the jet, gon' fly.
Blends very nicely.
Shawty, don't play that game. Shawty, don't play that game.
Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my Acoyn concealer in the shade 13. A little bit goes a long way with this concealer, but you don't really need to apply a lot. I like to let it sit for a minute or two to let it do its thing. We all know Acoyn, if you've had a chance to check out the concealer, gets the eye area together, okay? Does not play no games. So I'm gonna let this kind of dry down just for a minute. And then we'll go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so now that I've finished, I'm going to go ahead and use the LYS setting powder or translucent powder to set my concealer. And I'll be using my Fenty Beauty setting brush in 170. And it just sits the concealer down really beautifully. Perfect. So next I'll be using the LYS Creme Blush in the shade Confidence. Very pigmented shade. Very beautiful shade as well. So there's the cream blush. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the cream blush with my translucent powder as well. Just set that down. Perfect. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and apply my bronzer. I will be using the LYS bronzer in the shade Strength. And I'll be using a Beauty Crush contouring brush.
Watch me under the light, so keep me in your sight.
So now that I've applied my bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and just blend it out with this blending brush.
You want, I got something else in mind. Oh, if it's you I've been waiting for, I better make you worth my time.
Perfect. Next, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. And for that, I will be using a setting powder. This is my Too Faced setting powder, and this is in the shade medium. I like to use the medium tone when setting my nose because it's not so light and bright.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that golden rule? Why is our love it one-sided?
Okay. Next I'm going to go ahead and use my concealer by Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade 385.
Covering these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'm going
to go ahead and just
knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to
set the nose.
I'd rather just sweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind.
So now that I'm done contouring my nose, I'm going to go ahead and use my Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Reflect, just to add a little bit of illumination.
But if we try to talk
I'm
about
going to do just a little tab like that.
We'll just argue, and I know you're gonna act a fool.
Just like
no
so.
one could tell the difference between me and you, babe.
And I like to even kind of bring it up just a little bit to kind of illuminate that whole little area. And then I'll just take just to kind of settle that in. Perfect. So next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my setting spray by Urban Decay. And when I apply my setting spray, I like to take a sponge and just press it in, just to reinforce the spray into my foundation and my other products. Next, I'm going to go ahead and apply my Mocha Mami in the Fenty Beauty bronzer into my crease, just to give my eyes a little bit of color. I'm going to go ahead and just place the bronzer right in the crease. Just to give it a little bit of color. I'm not much of an eyeshadow girl, but I do like to just do the bare minimum. It just kind of spruces up the eyes, gives the appearance that you did take the time to at least, you know, pull things together. Okay ladies, so now that I've completed the look, I'm going to go ahead now and just wrap everything up, get everything put away, and I'll be back with my commentary. Okay ladies, so we're back. So just to wrap things up, as you can see, I did go ahead and complete the look, and DJ6 definitely is the winner as far as the shade comparison is concerned. It seems like the longer the product dried down onto my skin, it looks like it just blended even more into my complexion. It just is a perfect match. So if you are my skin complexion or close to it, you may want to give this shade a try. And if you haven't already tried the LYS Beauty brand, I strongly suggest you do. I did have an opportunity to wear the other shade for about 5 or 6 hours, and I have oily skin, but it did seem like after about 5 or 6 hours I had a reasonable amount of oil that kind of penetrated, but it wasn't anything unreasonable. It did hold its own, and so I am all for this foundation, especially with all the benefits with the ingredients that are in this product. I definitely look forward to seeing what this does to my skin and how it benefits my skin over time. So if you haven't already, make sure that you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join the Spruce It family. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.